After the tremendous success of Deadpool 2, both critically and commercially, Netflix confirmed the third movie almost immediately. We were witnesses of two mega movies, and we are ready to see Deadpool joining Marvel Cinematic Universe. Can you imagine his interaction with Thor or Doctor Strange? Or maybe even a funny discussion between Deadpool and Spider-Man? While you may be wondering why Marvel is mixing an R-rated movie with their extremely successful PG-13 lineup, well, the answer is pretty simple. $1.56 billion. And that is how much the first two Deadpool movies earned at 20th Century Fox. Deadpool is under Marvel's umbrella now, and the possibilities are endless. Deadpool is a game changer for superhero movies. He is different from most other characters. He is unusual, and even with all his dark humor stories, he is very likable and a good guy. Deadpool's popularity is very natural among comic book fans. Even though he is much different than Spider-Man, Superman, or Batman, he is still in the crew of the most popular comic book characters in this modern era. So do not compare him with anyone. And if anyone asks you to do that, just say Deadpool is known for being Deadpool. Why is he so unique? Well, no matter how serious issue he has, he uses his dark humor to mock either himself or other characters. He is a joke master, and he is always able to find an appropriate joke to make the situation lighter. He is aware that he is a comic book character, and he is well known for his interaction with the audience during his appearances. The guy is the most violent superhero, and he enjoys these moments. Actually, it looks like he is having fun, which is morbid in a way, but he always finds a way to make it all look lighter and entertaining. His greatest power is being able to break the fourth wall and wisecrack about looking at Wolverine's balls. The third movie is about to blow your mind, but before that, let's make a short recap of the previous.
Oh, you want to end up dead?
Oh, please don't hurt me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Not on my watch, mother.
So, after fighting organized crime as the wisecracking mercenary Deadpool for 2 years, Wade Wilson failed in his attempt to kill one of the targets on his anniversary with his girlfriend Vanessa. That night, after the lovely pair decides to start a family together, the target tracks Wilson down and kills Vanessa. Wilson had to kill the man in revenge. He started blaming himself for her death and attempts to commit suicide by blowing himself up 6 weeks later. He has a vision of Vanessa in the afterlife, but the pieces of his body remain alive, and Colossus put them back together. Wilson is left with only a skee ball token, an anniversary gift as a final memory of Vanessa. Recovering at the X mansion, Wilson agrees to join the X-Men as a form of healing. Wilson, Colossus, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead respond to a deadlock between authorities and angry kid mutant Russell Collins at an orphanage labeled a mutant re-education center. Wilson will realize that the kid has been abused by the orphanage staff and will kill one of the staff members. After this event, Wilson and Collins are arrested and they are taken to the Icebox, an isolated prison for mutant criminals. Wilson organizes a team called X-Force to break Collins out of a prison transfer convoy and defend him from Cable, the cybernetic soldier from the future who came back in time to kill him. Overall, this movie reminds us of what the comic book world was like, way back before cinematic universes killed all the fun and excitement. The fans are tired of this painful, wait, when will this end? Well, we have some good news for you. Talking to Collider, Ryan Reynolds said, "We pretty much talk about everything, but I'll say this about that particular subject, is I'll have a batch of updates on that sooner rather than later. I hope. So I'll be able to get into stuff about Deadpool a little bit more clearly and definitely down the road."
To do a superhero landing. Wait for it.
Woo! Superhero landing!
After months of silence on the development, Lizzie and Wendy Molyneux, known as Bob's Burgers writers, have been hired to write the script for the next sequel. They have an extremely busy schedule, but they'll find some time for the biggest moneymaker. They're both writers and executive producers for Fox's Bob's Burgers, and they're creators and showrunners of The Great North. There are a bunch of Marvel series and movies set up for this year. Anyway, about Deadpool, we might have been waiting for 4 long years, and the movie has finally been taken up by MCU. With the third part, Deadpool's ultimate story will be completed. It is expected that Deadpool's first look will be revealed in Doctor Strange 2, and that movie is around the corner. Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige said that the movie is in development. It will be rated R, and we are working on a script right now. And Ryan's overseeing a script right now. It will not be filming this year, Ryan is a very busy, very successful actor. Deadpool is nearby, so keep your eyes open. Reynolds is planning something loud and epic. The battle is about to begin. No need to guess about the cast. Ryan Reynolds will hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. No, really, in all seriousness, we cannot even start talking if Ryan is not returning as Wade Wilson. Luckily, he confirmed his return. Other than that, everything else is pure speculation. As sure we are about Reynolds' appearance, we know who won't be part of Deadpool 3. Any of the ill-fated X-Force team, except for Peter. Talking to Empire, Ryan said, "We loved Rob Delaney's character. I love that Deadpool just completely ignores this marquee cast that he could have saved with useful and wonderful superheroes." Marina Baccarin was revived in that Deadpool 2 post-credit cycle, so we expect her back as Vanessa. Reynolds teased that he'll work with Leslie Uggams, who portrays Deadpool's landlord, Blind Al, so it is very possible to see her return. One thing is for sure, Deadpool 3 will be as good as the other two parts, maybe even better. The producers had a plan to make an X-Force spin-off movie, following Marvel mutants and their deadly missions. This project, however, appears to be one of the casualties of the Disney-Fox shuffle, so some of those sequences may be incorporated into Deadpool 3. The upcoming sequel will definitely have an R rating, whatever the exact story winds up being. Reynolds suggested a road trip between Deadpool and Wolverine. How great would that be? On the other hand, Hugh Jackman is not willing to return as Logan. It's still a character I hold close to my heart, but I know it's done. Tell that to whoever you want, but please tell it to Ryan as well, because he doesn't believe it. He thinks I'm joking. Anyway, the possibilities are still there. The ending of the second movie suggests that Wilson hasn't finished with the Cable yet, so the third part will be associated with this story. Deadpool 3 might be a way smaller and more intimate movie than X-Force, according to Rhett Reese. The movie is at the crossroads now, to follow the storyline from where it was left off, or a completely new movie that doesn't discard the events of the Fox by keeping the cast and facing MCU realities. Wade Wilson as a character is known for his vulgarity and violence, and it seems like they'll have to make some changes to leave him to operate correctly in this kind of environment. The X-Men franchise might be left on the sidelines for a long time, and Deadpool could benefit from that. So it is very likely that we'll see Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Yukio, and Colossus back again. There are rumors that Nathaniel Essex, aka Mr. Sinister, will be Deadpool 3's villain, and imagining him in a face-off with Wilson, well, that might be a crazy ride. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on the previous movies? Do you expect that the movie will continue from where it was left off? What are your expectations and what are your theories? Which characters that haven't been mentioned should appear? And what are your suggestions? If you liked the video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss our next videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.